Our most recent school trip was to Tangalooma, which is an island off the coast of Australia. We got to school pretty early so we could get on the bus.
Anthony, after winning the local science fair, your hair has gone a bit astray and you've turned into a mad scientist. How do you feel about this?
I feel great.
Yeah?
It's been, it's been a real great experience, and I want to do it again.
What's your next project you're working on? Look at the crazy inside.
I'm gonna win the local maths competition.
Local maths competition?
Yeah.
You're trash.
Once we had arrived at where we needed to be, it was time to board the ferry.
So we are here with Bella.
Hi.
We're about to jump onto the ferry that you can see there. Bella, are you pumped? Are you ready?
Not particularly, to be honest.
Why?
Because I just feel like I should have
Oh. What about you, Mr. Scabarius?
Yeah,
Are you ready?
Pumped as.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Just need a coffee first.
Should we
Yeah.
put a Shaka sign up in the air?
We then walked onto the ferry. It was a pretty good time, We met some Asians, they were cool. It was a mission to get these photos, like you don't really understand. Me and Zach just kind of photobombed for the beginning. Then I did like good old hot kawaii and bunny-eared people. That was fun. Sarah played games with them. On those extremely rough seas, people were getting a bit seasick on the way there because it was so far and so rough, as you can see.
God.
How you going there, Aisha?
Phone.
Are you okay?
No.
Are you sure? Poor baby. So now we are coming into Tangalooma. There it is. There. Eilish, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Once we got off the ferry, it was time for lunch, where we headed over to the lunch hall. After lunch, it was time to go for a walk, where I met a true fashion icon.
Zach McKittrick, you are a fashion icon.
Thank you.
How do you have such great dress sense?
I steal my clothes.
From who?
Everyone.
Everyone?
Everyone.
Who specifically?
Everyone.
Wow.
Used to be a whaling colony between 1952 and 62. With over 6,000 humpback whales out of the water. Nowadays we watch whales as opposed to...
After a bumpy ride in the bus, we got to the sand dunes, where we went sand tobogganing.
This is cool. Hey Noah.
Oh.
How do you feel? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Good stuff.
Now the hill was pretty big, but there's nothing I can't do. This turn was fine, but there was another go where I went lying backwards on the board, and it did not turn out very well.
Hell yeah.
I just ate literal. It was a good time, not gonna lie.
Why did you grab it? We're the closest to the...
Tay, where are we going?
Once we got back to the hotel, it was time to get into our room. Now because Tate grabbed the key, it was always going to be a mission. And that it was.
It is currently 5:23 p.m. The sun is shining. It's about to set. It is a pretty glorious thing. We got tennis court. We got some peasant beds. Tate's bed, my bed, a wild Noah. Do we have any neighbors? No one wants to talk to me.
Oh, get Anthony on there. Oh, you're gonna wait.
Hey Josh. Biggest apple throw of 2017.
I'm gonna cry.
This is called sharing food. No!
Oh!
That's depressing.
Oh, how?
How do you do that?
That night, the sunset was something to behold. But later on, it was time to go and feed the dolphins.
Yeah, I'm not having fun.
On the second day, in our groups, we had to climb a mountain and hold a water bucket and then get it back down safely. Now my group, obviously, was the best at this. We then played some handball and got ready to get back onto the ferry. Upon getting back onto the ferry, there were heaps of pelicans and fish poo down in the water. It was pretty cool. So we are currently reboarding the whatever this is called. There's everyone getting on. This is Alana. Alana, say hi.
Hello.
What was your favorite part of the trip?
Sleeping, oh my god.
Sleeping? Why?
Because I'm so tired and like we did so much stuff. We had to wake up early like every day. Yeah, sleeping was pretty good.
It was pretty hectic,
Yeah.
not gonna lie. On the ferry, we were hanging out, just chilling on the side, dangling our feet over, admiring the view. How cool is this thing? It's a scuba diving jet to make it easier to go along. And there's a cruise ship there. It's a princess cruise ship. It's kind of big. It's cool. There's another one. It's really big. Yeah. This is the cruise ship from a better angle, being further bombed.
So guys, this country that we're about to step back onto, this is called Australia. Now we haven't been here in like a whole day. So this is about to get pretty hectic. Hey Alex, are you ready? Tell me how you feel when you get onto Australia. Oh,
I feel like I've become a bogan again.
doesn't that feel good?
After an eventful bus trip, we finally got back to school. And that is our trip to Tangalooma. Thank you for watching.